Welcome back to the Baton Rouge Regional and the Women's NCAA Tournament. They've joined now for the post-game press conference for LSU. We are joined by head coach Kim Mulkey. To her left is graduate guard Kayla Porter, 32 points, 4 assists in tonight's game. At the far end of the table, graduate guard Jalen Cherry, 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 steals. In lieu of an opening comment, we will just go ahead and go straight to questions for the players. Again, if you are here in person, please raise your hand. We'll bring the microphone to you for those that are streaming. If you have a question for both players, we ask that you address at least one player to start. That helps with the transcriptions. And if you're joining us via Zoom, please hit the raise hand button on your Zoom, and we will come to you after the questions here in person. So with that, questions for either Kayla Porter or Jalen Cherry.
I'm just curious, how difficult is it to try to defend when you're also trying to play catch up at the offensive end of the court?
It's always hard when you get yourself in a hole. I don't know why we do that, but it's not on purpose. Obviously, playing a great Ohio State team with 2 great guards. Just try to make them hit tough shots, and we made them hit some tough ones. We gave up some easy baskets there. We let a few other people get off too. So it does take a lot of energy, which is why you don't want to get down, but that's just kind of the way the game went. But, we fought to the end and just came up short.
Kayla, Jalen, first off, I want to thank y'all on behalf of the students for bringing the effort and what y'all did to this program and for the school. But also just want to know, Kayla, I guess first, what this season meant for y'all.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been fun. Coach obviously told us to think of all the things we accomplished this year. We came up short, but can't look over everything we've been able to do and the things we have accomplished. We accomplished a lot of our goals that we set out, the little minor goals that we had. And like I said, we fell short with this one, but very, very proud of this team and thankful for the staff for everything they've done for us. Thankful for the fans. They played a huge, part in our success this year. And forever LSU.
Yeah, this season has been everything to all the seniors, really the whole team. Personally, I wanted to come back and show people that I can do stuff on the offensive end too, and I accomplished that this season. So, like what Kayla said, we're not gonna hold our heads down. Yes, it sucks to lose, and you got to give credit to the other team because they did their thing. But this season it's been a heck of a season, and you can't overlook everything that we've accomplished. We never been, us 5 seniors, never been in the top 10. That's something that we all accomplished, and it's been a great season for us. And I'm so thankful. I'm thankful for the coaches, and I'm thankful for the fans and everybody else that poured in all their love to us.
Yeah, this is for Kayla. I know you've played in physical games before, but this game, it seemed like every drive, every move to the basket, somebody was getting hit. But is that because, loser's going to go home, and it's like nobody wanted to go home this thing? Was that the toughest game, one of the tough ones you've played as far as just taking a beating and going to the goal?
Honestly, I play in the SEC, so I go in there and I don't have any fear. So sometimes I go in there and they knock me to the floor. That doesn't stop me from going in there the next possession. But it was physical, and the refs were kind of letting us play a little bit, and I told my team, hey, they're not going to call anything, so don't go in there and look for the foul. I know Coach got me a couple times because I was going in there looking for the foul. Just had to play and just kind of change my mindset and just play through the contact and then try to draw and ones. But very, very physical game. They were a physical team, and we had to get physical with them. But kudos to Ohio State. They did a great job.
For both players, what was it that made you guys start so slow on offense, and once you got behind, what were you guys trying to do offensively to try to dig yourselves out of that hole?
We just couldn't put the ball in the hole, and we were still in the game though. But it puts so much more pressure on your defense when you can't score. And not only were we not scoring, when we were scoring, we were trading threes for twos. Like I said, with a great Ohio State team shooting threes. I don't know what they were shooting from the field, but it made it tough for us, and we got in a little hole there. But you can't go and score in droughts, especially at this point in the season. You got to be able to execute your offense. I don't know how many points we got in transition, but that was a key part. I don't know if we performed in that area today, and that kind of hurt us.
Yeah, we got good looks. It's just they just didn't fall for us, and that's how it goes sometimes. But like Kayla said, we can't trade threes for twos, and we can't give them wide open shots, and that's kind of what we did. We got lost a couple times. We made them take tough shots, but we also gave them a lot of wide open shots, and that killed us.
I want to say this was my second LSU game. I loved it. I love my time here, but I want to know, this is my first March Madness, and I loved it too. And I want to know, what was your experience with March Madness for both of you guys?
Oh, it was fun. Like I said, we're very thankful what this season has been for us. We've never even been able to host. We've never even made the tournament. We made our freshman year, but we're thankful. We're thankful we were here. Thankful we were able to host. Play 2 games on our home court. Not everybody makes the tournament, so yes, we lost. But you have to look at the positive things and the good things that we accomplished, the small, minor goals that we accomplished, and not hold our heads down. Like I said, my team and we fought to the very last end. But it's March Madness. You got to come to play for a full 40 minutes. It's hard to get into a hole and come out of a hole. And we ran into a great Ohio State team. Had a great game plan. They hit some open shots. And we just came up short.
It's definitely a blessing. We never been here before, and it's just a blessing to play on this stage and at this level. Everybody doesn't make it, but we got a chance to make it, and we did a lot of good things. So it's really nothing negative I can say about it. It's a wonderful experience.
So I'm a freshman here, and this was my first, year covering you guys, and obviously first March Madness. So it's been a great experience, and just thank you for all you guys gave to this school. But regardless, how did it feel just walking out to the PMAC, for the last home game, seeing all the fans, all the students, just the great turnout you guys had for your last game?
Yeah, they definitely showed out for us. I think I said when we were in warm-ups, I was like, wow, it sounds like Tiger Stadium here when they were screaming LSU. Yeah, and it felt like we were at a football game. But like I said, they've been rooting for us all year. We're so thankful for them that they came and supported us. And today, they stuck with us to the very last end. We didn't get the outcome we wanted, but we're very, very grateful and thankful that they came out, to support us today.
We have one last question for the players.
Yeah, I guess I'll hit both of you with it. Jalen, if you could start, though. You guys are kind of – there's a lot of seniors, but you guys are kind of Batman and Robin of this thing. What was it like to watch Kayla go off tonight and, obviously do what she needed to do, to kind of get you guys back into it? But just how much fun has it been for you two to kind of play complementary with one another this season?
Oh, man. I love watching Kayla play. Sometimes I just get caught in the moment watching her go do her thing. Coach be like, go rebound, go rebound. I'm like, Coach, she finna make this. But nah, man, we've been here 5 years together. I remember the first time we walked in Broussard and we hugged each other, and we lived together for 5 years, and this has been my best friend since. And I'm thankful that I've got a chance to meet her and play on side of her, and I love her to death, and I know she's gonna go be great at the next level.
Yeah, same here for Jay. I've seen this kid grow so much from freshman year, and even so much that she's done for us this year, and the player that she's blossomed into, but not just the player she's blossomed into on the court, just the person she's turned into off the court too as well. So I'm very, very thankful to play with her. It's been a great 5 years. Like I said, we came in together. We've been roommates. We've been close. So we decided to come back for another year, and man, what a year it has been. Like I said, we're not gonna hold our heads. We're not gonna hold our heads low. We're happy we were here. We came up short, but it's forever LSU, always.
Definitely.
Kayla and Jalen, thanks for your time all weekend long. Congratulations on your season, and congratulations on your career.
Thank you.
Appreciate everything.
Boot up.
Good job. Love you, Coach. Love you. Good job, baby. Love you, too.
Thank you.
Okay, now we'll turn your attention to for questions for head coach Kim Mulkey.
Hey, Coach, I saw you kind of tearing up as the players were talking. Just what kind of draws that emotion for you when you hear them talk so highly about this program and, what they've been able to do for this season?
Well, I need to apologize. My voice, didn't strain it. I just, all of a sudden, it's gone. So I don't know if it's pollen. I don't know what it is. So y'all just bear with me. If you don't understand me, ask again. I wasn't tearing up, actually. I was just sitting here listening to them. Just proud of them, happy for them. I'm happy for LSU. I can only imagine what those kids felt like the last 2 or 3 years with nobody in the stands, and what it was like to lose those close games, and then to stay with a new coaching staff. And you preach to them, good things come to those who wait. Good things happen for those who work hard. And for those 5 seniors to do what they did, I had to remind them in that locker room. You were picked 8th in the league and you finished 2nd. You got as high, I think, as 6th in the polls. You got to host a regional. You're on a national scale viewed as one of the top 16 seeds in the country. It was the first win the other night for those seniors ever in the history of postseason. There's so many things that we tend to forget after a loss. They didn't want to disappoint the fans. What an unbelievable atmosphere. It was so loud and electric in there. But I said this early in the year, and I hope people, when they left here tonight, felt the same way. Those kids never stopped playing hard. Even when we're overmatched and the other team is more talented, or it might not be our night, those kids play their hearts out for you. And I said it, when and if it ends, there is no bad story that can be written about what you witnessed this year. Other than you're disappointed as a competitor, there's no bad story. It was a community, a state that was starving for something positive and was hungry for something on a national scale that was good. And these seniors gave it to us. The whole team gave it to all of us and gave it to us as a coaching staff.
Slow start in the first and the second, just too much to overcome. What do you think contributed to that?
A lot of things. Missed layups, missed free throws, point blank range shots. You gotta make those. You have to make them. It wasn't like we weren't trying. It wasn't like we weren't getting good looks. It just happens. I said in order for us to win this game, a third player for Ohio State can't have a good game. And a third player did. We had our hands full. Those 2 kids right here, not only do you ask them to score the ball, I'm asking them to guard the 2 best players on the other team. And for the most part, I thought they did fine. But you can't allow that third player to have a good night, particularly when you don't have Alexis Morris at full speed. And they're good. There's a reason they're moving on. They're good. I thought they were well balanced too. They've been out rebounded all year. If you look at the stats. And I didn't think that we dominated at the post rebounding, and in a lot of ways that could have really helped us. But I'm not pointing the finger at not one kid in that locker room. Those kids gave me everything they've had all year.
You kind of mentioned, but how much did Alexis's injury really kind of limit what y'all were able to do on offense and just depth-wise?
Well, I don't make excuses. Injuries are a part of life. Injuries are a part of the game. The timing of injuries are more impactful when you're in the playoffs. You know Lexus wasn't full speed. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to sit there and see that. But when we started pressing at the end, no way was I going to let her be in there and cut and move and do all that. But, injuries are a part of it. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you we lost because of her injury. I think that you all know the impact that injuries can have on any team.
Kim, what do you think what can you tell us that they did to kind of neutralize you guys inside? Your post players, weren't able to help very much.
Well, we wanted to go inside, and we did go inside, and we missed point-blank range shots, but we kept going in there. And I I'd have to look at the film, Scott, to just tell you, did they do something just in particular, just off the top of my head. It was just, we just missed them. We just missed them. That's the way it goes. That's how basketball is,
Coach, I want to say that you made a major impact on this program. You basically packed it out today. You got to the tournament as a 2 seed. I want to know, and finalist as a head coach of the year, I want to know, how would you wrap this whole season up?
One of my most enjoyable years ever in my career. I personally judge good coaches based on the talent they have on that floor, and are they overachieving? Did we beat some people this year we should not have beaten? You bet we did. We beat a lot of them. We beat ranked teams. We didn't start this baby ranked. We came from nowhere and just built it. One of my most enjoyable years, obviously, because we were winning and we've won, but it's enjoyable because you can see the impact that one program can have on an entire university. You can see it. And I think all of us in this room saw the impact, and it was done in 1 year. Now let me tell all of you right here, we lose 5 seniors. Experience matters. When we tie those shoes up next year, it's going to take a while. We may not have this record. Oh my God, what's wrong? Nothing's wrong. We're going to be playing freshmen and sophomores. They got to grow. There's an old thing, it's like, don't win too early, coach. They'll expect it next year. No. Follow me. I've been doing it a long time. I was blessed to have inherited experience. We don't have that next year. We can get in the transfer portal, and we will, but we're going to build this program with high school seniors as well. And those high school seniors are going to be McDonald's All-Americans. They're going to be the best in the country that we can get in here. But that doesn't make them able to compete immediately against juniors and seniors in the SEC and in the playoffs. It's going to take time. So this bunch jump-started this program again. It revived it again. It gave everybody an interest. And I'm forever grateful to them. Forever. Never had 1 minute's trouble off the floor. Now think about that. Do you know how many coaches can go to work every day and not have to deal with distractions off the floor? Not many. Those seniors were mature. And they just embraced us as a staff and let me coach them.
Jacques, we've got a question for you in-house, and then we have a couple online. We'll let you go, Coach. Thank you for your time. Jacques?
You bet.
What can you say about Ohio State's just composure? It just seemed like any time your crowd got it revved up in there, they always seem to make a three-pointer or a bucket to quiet the house.
Well, they're good. They're good. They have experience. They have players that have gone to, the next level in the playoffs. They have transfers in there. Kind of just give them their dues. Kevin's a good coach. And they just had poise about them. They had poise about them.
So a question via Zoom. Lindsay Schnell, if you'll unmute on your end and ask your question for Coach Mulkey.
Hey, Kim. Congrats on a great season. You have been involved in a lot of NCAA tournaments as a coach and as a player at a few different places. And I wondered, given the result tonight with your team and then what happened yesterday with Baylor and Iowa getting upset, do you think that we've reached a point in the women's tournament where we need to play every game on a neutral floor?
No, I do not. We've tried that before. It doesn't work in the women's game. And there's nothing worse than to go out on a court to an empty arena. And it didn't work. So why do we think it's going to work now?
Michelle Vopel on Zoom, if you will unmute on your end and your question for Coach Mulkey, please.
Yeah, thank you. Coach, you mentioned this is one of the most enjoyable years you've had. just for personally, did you feel like, I don't want to say necessarily you needed the rejuvenation because you were enjoying what you did at Baylor, but looking at what it's been like, what has it been like for you personally, just to not just to see the program succeed, but like you said, the impact in the community? How's that affected you, personally?
This is home, Michelle, and it's why I came back. I didn't go to LSU. I competed against LSU, and it's our flagship university in the state. And I've seen what has taken place here through the years, the Final Fours and the great players that played here and the stands being full. I knew what it was capable of being like. And timing was right in my life to come back, and as I said in my first press conference, I wanted to be a positive. I wanted to be a positive for LSU. I wanted to be a positive for the state of Louisiana. And that's why it's so enjoyable. There's just something in your heart and gut tells you, in your career, this is where you need to be. I don't know if, maybe you can tell me, I don't know of any coach in men's or women's basketball that would do what I did, that would leave a dynasty and leave basically a very talented team to come and just say, the reason I came is this is home. The reason I came is it felt right. I think a lot of coaches are scared. A lot of coaches become content to stay where they are. A lot of coaches, they just don't do what I did, right? But it was the right move for me.
Jacob Myers, your final question on Zoom. Jacob, if you'll unmute on your end, and your question for Coach Mulkey.
Hey, Coach. Jacob Myers with the Columbus Dispatch in Ohio. You guys disrupted J.C. Sheldon quite a bit down the stretch, but what she was able to do throughout the game, no doubt, led Ohio State. What just makes her tough to guard?
Well, she's a threat from the three, for one thing. Her ability to dribble, penetrate, and find open players is a threat. So it's kind of like, how do you really defend her? I'm not familiar with her career, but I think I was told she's not even a true point guard. She was put there because someone got injured or something. I don't know, but I don't think I would move her if I was Kevin. I think I'd leave her there. She's an outstanding player.
Coach, thanks for your time all week long. Congratulations on your season.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
y'all.
Thank you all for joining us not only tonight, but all week long here at the Baton Rouge Regional. Once again, a recording of this press conference will be available in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at ncaa.veritone.com. Transcripts provided shortly by ASAP. From all of us here at the Baton Rouge Regional, again, thank you for joining us, and good night from Baton Rouge.